Welcome to this week's Spark Startup Newscast. In a different location this week, as I'm in London. So some quick news to start us off. Creative Growth Finance have ring-fenced $2 million of investment funds to support talent and businesses from ethnic minority backgrounds. So this comes from their landmark $24 million debt fund, and they're particularly ring-fencing $2 million of that as well. You have to have a year of accounts filed at Companies House and a minimum annual turnover of 300k for that one. Next, startups.co.uk have launched this 2021 Startups 100 Index, and we're seeing an increasing number of sustainable businesses in there. And in particular, what it's also telling us is the increase in amount that sustainable startups are actually raising. So 2.1 billion from venture capital last year, which is a 129% increase on the year before. So good news for sustainable businesses. There's also set to be a record year for investment in veganism this year. It is a growing trend. You're seeing it in all the supermarkets. In 2020, 64 million was raised by the UK's vegan food tech companies. This year, they've already secured 90 million and are still going. So it's going to be a record high. Also pulling in the money this month, European HR tech startups. So far this year across Europe, HR tech startups have taken about $2.2 billion in funding. This is not just early stage, it goes into later stages up to Series E, but it surpasses 2020 by 144%. Most of the capital's gone to recruitment and training platforms, but also startups that offer tools to simplify internal processes have had a significant amount of funding as well. Events-wise, the Women Entrepreneurs Network Symposium on the 27th of October, Wednesday, 11 till 3, is doing a retrospective of the work they've done with King's College London's Entrepreneurship Institute and Santander Universities off the back of the Alison Rose Review to provide programs of skills, workshops and community to support women entrepreneurs. So they're going to be going through what they've learned, their findings, best practice going forward. Also, it is UK Black Business Week, and if you are looking at the experience of being Black in tech and navigating the tech diversity gap, again, there's an event on Wednesday, the 27th of October. This is 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., so evening one. Tickets for this are £26.50, and it's the Queen Elizabeth II Centre in Broad Sanctuary in London. And that's bringing together Black tech professionals from various organisations to provide a forum where people can explore ways to advance their careers, stay on top of their game and create impact in the sector. Funding and competitions this week. KTN Innovate UK are launching one of their smart grants for October. The registration opened last week on the 7th. It closes on the 5th of January 2022. You can apply for a share of up to 25 million for game-changing and commercially viable R&D innovation that can significantly impact the UK economy. Projects must be 6 to 18 months and must have total eligible project costs between 100k and 500k. If it's a longer project, 19 to 36 months, then costs must be between 100k and 2 million. Up to 70% of costs can be covered depending on your market readiness and business size. Types of companies or projects that can apply is arts, design and media, creative industries and science or engineering. Finally, through the Knowledge Transfer Network, Transforming Food Production, they're opening round 2 of their investor partnership. That starts on the 18th of October, closes on the 17th of November. This is for projects between 1 and 3 million in cost. Innovate UK will fund part of it, and you'll be able to access a pool of potential investors to cover the remainder. You must be successful in demonstrating how your project meets the overall aims of the ISCF Transforming Food Production Challenge, and you must have secured aligned investment with a lead investor from the pool, although you can apply before you've secured that investment. If you're successful, you get the grant funding from Innovate UK and the aligned investment as well. That's all our news for this week. I look forward to catching up with you next Friday.